You might know that IKEA is opening 2 offline stores in Gurgaon and Noida by 2026 and 2028.
IKEA's real estate arm Inca Centres is gearing up for its next big move in India. It's set to unveil its second major project in Delhi NCR called Likely Noida. The project will see an investment of about 5,500 crore rupees. The company is looking to complete the project by 2028 and create 9,000 jobs.
But do you know IKEA is suffering from year-by-year loss from 2029? 720 crore loss in 2029, 902 crore loss in 2021, 1134 crore loss in 2023 and 1299 crore loss in 2024.
Dangers of falling furniture. It is something that happens more often than you might think in homes with young children. And now IKEA is facing a new wrongful death suit because of it. ABC's Clayton Sandell has the details.
IKEA is reporting a drop in revenue for the first time in 4 years. Last year, IKEA slashed prices on roughly 2,000 products.
The loss has only increased with time. Now the question is, why the expansion? What's the need of expansion when the company is already going in the losses? Well, before I get into that, let's take a step back and rewind the IKEA's journey in India.
Plus, a boost for the high street as IKEA opens the doors at its new flagship store.
IKEA will launch an e-commerce service in Delhi NCR and 9 other cities across North India, including UP and Punjab, starting.
IKEA stores in Delhi are expected to open by 2025. That's the word coming in from Toga Onku.
Effective, efficient way to reach as many people as possible in India, which is our main target.
The Swedish giant IKEA, known for flat pack furniture and minimal design, came in India in 2003. At the same time, IKEA received an approval from Indian government to invest 10,500 crores, that is around $1.25 billion right now, to open 25 stores in India by 2025. This happened in May 2013. And on August 9, 2018, IKEA opened its first ever offline store in Hyderabad. Now, this was when the company showcased 7,500 products, and to your surprise, over 40,000 people visited on day one with over 1 crore sales in the opening day itself.
जी हाँ, IKEA आ गया है दुनिया भर में मशहूर ये स्वीडन का फर्नीचर मेगा स्टोर अब भारत में खुल रहा है.
The first customers are through the doors of IKEA's flagship store in India. Furniture giant expects 7 million more people a year to follow these customers in the southern city of Hyderabad. It wants to invest $1.5 billion and open 25 Indian stores in 7 years.
Crazy, right? Just after this, IKEA opened a few more stores in key locations in India like Navi Mumbai, Waroli and Bangalore. Now everything was going great. IKEA was taking up the headlines and getting love from the public. But what no one was talking about was the inner struggle of IKEA. Even when everything was looking cool on the outside, IKEA was failing miserably after entering in the Indian market. And there were 3 major reasons for that. First was IKEA's price sensitivity. IKEA's products were often priced high, pretty expensive for Indian public. People were not able to afford these prices, and this was creating a big gap between the company and its consumer. Even when IKEA was providing more customized furniture, पर सीधी सी बात है, in India जो सस्ता है वही बिकता है. It became difficult for the brand to expand their business at those prices, making it difficult to reach the middle class audience. Number 2 was cultural difference. When IKEA wanted to bring the modern design with new DIY in India, Indians were totally unaware of it. The minimalistic design that were very famous in other countries were falling badly in the Indian market because the modern design didn't fit the Indian traditional taste. And now this became an obstacle to come through. Another challenge was local competition. IKEA entry in India gave an invitation to compete with many local brands like Godrej Interior, Pepperfry and Urban Ladder. These brands already understood the local consumer and had an experience of more than 5 years in Indian market. With the high pricing and several cultural differences, it was tricky for IKEA to attract people towards them. Even not just only visiting the store, taking a selfie, but also buy the products. On this, CEO of IKEA India said, IKEA has to find the solution for this problem or there is no way to survive in the country like India. And that's when IKEA came up with several changes. They reduced the price of some selected product by 16 and 39%. It was possible by improving the design, packaging and product development. IKEA also focused on bringing Indian-friendly cooking products to make it easy with their consumers, like tawa, idli maker and kadai, aligning with the local cooking. It also gained good reach and fame on social media through its online presence and quickie billboards. Even content creators promoted IKEA by creating emotional content like this video.
Are you ready to witness this?
Reshmati, our house help who has been creating content with me for a year. And with the help of content creation, recently she got her first house. To celebrate this and Diwali, IKEA and I have decided to surprise her by revamping her entire space. Mom is an interior designer. We wanted the theme to be minimalistic yet functional. No matter where you come from, what your situation has been, you can make all your...
The reel emotionally promoted IKEA by decorating the house and got over 11 million views. And this post from Indian YouTuber. Yesterday I went to IKEA Bangalore and spent over 80,000 rupees. So what's really dragging IKEA down? Why is IKEA in loss year by year? Well, I'll give you 3 reasons for that. Number 1 is consumer spending pattern. In 2024, IKEA grew by 5% compared to 61% in 2023. This was largely due to PFCE, Private Final Consumption Expenditure. It represents household spending and account to approximately 60% of India's GDP. And PFCE experienced a significant slowdown in 2024. The growth rate was declined by 4.4%, as you see that already. The drop in consumer spending severely affected the retailers like IKEA. The combination of high inflation and stagnant wages caused a slowdown in consumer spending in India, and hence IKEA experienced a massive downfall in sales. Number 2 was limited stores.
Hey, welcome to the IKEA store here in Navi Mumbai. We have more than 7,000 well-designed, affordable, good quality and sustainable products for all areas of the home. Experience home furnishing like never before.
No matter how much IKEA wants to grow, but it lacks one thing, and that is its limited offline stores. IKEA stores are only open in major cities like Hyderabad, Mumbai and Delhi. And this limits IKEA to reach and serve more people. And number 3 is investment. IKEA is planning a big investment to establish 2 more offline stores under Likely brand in Gurgaon and Noida, along with the small retail outlets in Delhi to cater the local market. This investment in large format stores and small outlets is causing a heavy loss for overall company.
But what I do know is that if you're looking to build a kitchen with 25 years warranty, then you need to make an appointment with IKEA.
Celebrating quality, design, and our Swedish heritage. And the price? Don't worry. We're still IKEA.
So now, finally come back to the early question. Why is IKEA expanding if it's in loss? Well, in simple words, because they are playing the long-term game. IKEA made an investment plan in 2023 to invest 10,500 crores in India. Like I said before, the investment was done to set up 25 stores by 2025. But the journey wasn't smooth. They had to go through multiple hurdles like cultural differences, affordability and local competition. With these challenges, it was difficult for the company to grow and expand quickly. And despite facing the financial losses in the initial year, IKEA is committed to the expansion plans. The company sees it as a long-term investment strategy and moving forward with more stable and profitability in the future. Now, this is the decision IKEA made 10 years back. More stores, more regions to cater and more sales. Now here are 3 quick takeaways that you can take from IKEA's business journey. Number 1 is culture is everything. IKEA learned it hard way that what globally works doesn't mean it will work locally too. India wasn't prepared for DIY and modern furniture, and this brand had to adopt by introducing Indian-sized bed, pressure cookers, and even samosas in their food court. So when it comes to selling, you don't only prioritize your product, but you prioritize your customer and the market. No matter how good is your product, if the audience isn't familiar with it, it's a failure. Number 2, price is important. While IKEA's stores offered a global shopping experience, India's price-sensitive market demanded more than that. The brand had to slash prices and introduce localized, affordable products to attract the people. If the price is out of the market, then nobody will buy your product, even if you have an amazing product. Number 3, calculated risk is not risky. Despite reporting losses year after year, IKEA doubled down on India while making a massive investment in new offline stores. But this was a long-term strategy they are playing on. Making a well-planned strategy, thinking long-term, and then even things get messed up in the middle, it is okay. Because if the strategy is good, then you will achieve success no matter some hurdles. These were the quick marketing lessons that you can learn from IKEA's journey. In the end, IKEA is doing what they planned for long term. In the end, if you are someone who is starting a business or have a business but stuck in marketing, you can book a call with me and we will go deeper and create a winning marketing strategy for your business. Just click the first link in the description and you will see some open slot and you can book a call with me. Other than that, just leave a simple comment telling us what you think about this video, even if you don't like it, so that we can improve our next videos. Thank you so much for watching till now, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.